Rachel with MTX, and we are sitting down today to go over some questions that we got after we posted our JackHammer video. Thanks everyone for the responses, but yeah, we got a lot of questions, so I'm sitting down with Jason to go over some of the most asked ones. So to start, number one most asked question was, why didn't we do a demo?
Well, if you remember in the video, if you go back and watch the first video, and when we were looking over the engine compartment, I talked about how it has two electrical systems. Mm-hmm. For that video, the 12 volt, the standard electrical was working. Getting the 16 volt system was just a bunch of time. I mean, it's 8 batteries and everything, make sure all the wiring's good. And sadly, I'm the only one left that has any history with this truck. So we just didn't have time.
Right.
I mean, I promise in the future, since we're moving forward with this, they'll all get demos.
Yeah, so stay tuned. All right, where is it now?
Behind us. It is in the Phoenix, Arizona facility showroom.
Great.
It's kind of a mini museum. We got a few cars here.
Awesome. Follow up to that, what kind of happens to these old demo vehicles?
You're seeing what happens to them. We rarely, if ever, sell them. We keep them with as time capsules. They're part of the history, what was going on back then. The family is super proud of them, proud of the products that are in them. So we keep them pretty well maintained, i.e. other than maybe some batteries or something like that. But you can see they're not sitting in a pole barn. They're well taken care of. Yeah, we just, like I said, they're time capsules.
Yep.
A lot of history.
Next question, what are you up to these days? What's Jason up to?
Well, I'm still here. I still work on the consumer side. Obviously, I've got a little bit of history in it, so between trade shows and trainings, I'm still working in the power sports, and I just recently finished up 2 cars, a Camaro that's out on tour on the West Coast right now, and I shouldn't say I finished it up. I'm getting close to it. Second car is a 65 Impala, which we'll be able to share some pictures of soon. It's pretty cool.
It looks real cool. Okay, we also have Jay here remotely, which everyone remembers from the original JackHammer video. And I actually have a question for Jay, which is probably the second most comment was Midnight Club Dub 3 Edition, which I think is a video game, but I'm going to push that to you. What is that?
Yeah, what did you find out?
Well, I guess with Midnight Club, it was a racing game for console platform, back in the mid-2000s. And there was several that went on, and Midnight Club had a dub edition where, when Jason mentioned in the video that, big wheels, bling, this kind of like racing game resembled that. But and there is a Cadillac build that you can do in the game. But contrary to popular belief, the JackHammer Escalade and the Escalades that are in the Midnight Club are of no relation. And we tried to get on Need for Speed, but I guess the truck was too slow and too loud.
While we've got you here, Jay, do you have questions for Jason?
Yeah, I do, actually. So here was a good question that I saw in the comments. Can you give us the full spec of the build?
Oh, yeah. I'll put that together and get it into editing, and we'll post it with this video. Yeah. It's gonna take me a little bit. I can hardly remember what I had last week, let alone 20 years ago.
Here's another one. Did they really not have CNC machines back then?
Okay. I realized when I watched the video back that I misspoke. What I meant to say is, Jay, as you know, a lot of shops today utilize a tabletop CNC machine to do this for the builds, the door panels, and all that sort of stuff. But the answer is yes, they had CNC machines. Matter of fact, we had them in our box building facility. But they're massive. They weren't as intuitive as they are now, and they're not as common. So no, we didn't have one in our little shop. We do now. But all of it, again, I'll go back, and it was all built by hand.
When you were doing demos, the truck got broken into in Texas. People want to know where in Texas the truck was broken into.
Well, it was on the outskirts of Austin. We were heading to the heat wave down there. Generally, the night before a trade show, we would stay outside of the area that we were loading into. 'Cause normally we got in there late, and normally they're inside the city limits. And when you have giant trucks and trailers that we had all these loaded on, I can't normally park inside the city. So we tend to stay outside the city where we can get parking. Obviously, the negative to it is there's not a lot of eyes to see stuff. But I have a question back to whoever asked that question. Do you know who has my amplifiers? I want my amplifiers back.
20 years later.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for joining us remotely, Jay. I've only got one more question, is we had a bunch of people offering to buy the JackHammer, so would we ever sell?
Not that one.
Nope.
No, like I said before, this was a special build, the time period. Again, the family was proud of the product that we put in it. We were proud of the build. These are time capsules for the history of MTX, especially these big one-off SEMA builds. Some of the simpler daily drivers, yeah, they may sell them or move them on to something else, but these big SEMA builds, nope, they'll be well taken care of, probably better than most people's cars. Sit right here.
Awesome, yeah. I wouldn't want to see it sold. I like looking at it. I think that's pretty much it for all our questions. So thanks for asking them. Thanks for the feedback on our JackHammer video, and make sure you stay tuned for some more throwback videos and some actual demos of working vehicles. All right, thank you.